Harris was cited for driving while license suspended, but Harris told us he thought his license had been reinstated. And according to the Saginaw County court records we found, Harris is right. In January 2022, a judge rescinded that suspension on his license, but for some reason that information never got to the Secretary of State, where even as of today, his license is still listed as suspended, the same records the judge was going by.
This is a driver while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thursday afternoon, Harris told us he was going to the Secretary of State's office to try to straighten out everything between them and friend of the court once and for all.
Always double check behind these workers, because they will say that they will do something and they don't do it.
In Ann Arbor, Kimberly Craig, 7 News.
He's right. For Mr. Harris, who should be present is Zoom.
Well, that's it, Hakeem. So yeah, so finding out he did his paperwork and everything, he tried to turn himself in, but according to Secretary of State, they didn't do their part. So he did support and everything. So when we react to this back on Wednesday, now we found out some more information and found out, he did his part, but the thing is, it never went through and everything. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on?
No, somebody, you got me laughing. You said not because of child support. It was because of child support. That was it. And I think, and to me, I don't like how they keep using his picture of him being shocked. They're using it everywhere. I think it was, because that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That was it. Lord Spotted Protein. I couldn't stop laughing. Hey, Hakeem, Keisha. Shout out to Keisha. Keisha's in the building. I'm sorry, the guy picture is just funny because he was so shocked that he was like, damn, I'm about to go to no, but in all seriousness, I agree with Lord Spike Protein. He said something in the chat which I totally agree with. You are responsible for your own self. You got to make sure you double check, because these guys will slip the ball. Look, this man could have did time in prison.
Yeah.
Or jail time, because remember, I don't know how Michigan law is. Jordan, you from Michigan, you probably go more in depth in Michigan laws. But I know if it's just like Florida, if they find you driving without a license and it's suspended, you do, I think, up to 1 or 2 years in jail. So it depends. It depends on the law. That guy, man, I ain't gonna lie. I think he should sue. If I was him, I would try to sue, because they fell the ball on that, because he could have did some real bad time for something that he really got it reinstated. Terrible, terrible thing. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kim. You can go for it.
So this is just a prime example. Like he said, man, you got to stay on top of your game. But what is interesting, his license was suspended on child support. So the bigger issue is like who you making babies with.
Nobody got to reinstate it. He fixed it.
Yeah, he did.
So I mean, he paid his child support.
So that must mean he had to probably pay a couple racks to get back in the green. You know what I mean? This is why I don't want no child support. I'm gonna pay like I weigh. So
man,
what it is.
Yeah. Just watching this, we're talking to everybody about it. So when it comes to his situation, suspended license, insurance, or anything, make sure you double, triple check and everything, because I had a situation this morning of that my insurance was terminated for me, my wife, and my daughter, because when I took leave, remember guys, when I took leave for my baby and everything, I work for everything. I didn't pay the premium, but they said I could wait until I go back to work and take it off my check. So I went there last month and everything, and because it was terminated for May, I went to the unit office, got it fixed and everything, and so they put it on. So they started taking it off my check and everything, which is cool, and they put it back in May. And then I found out today when my wife told me, it's like, hey, because we're trying to get a prescription for my daughter, because we took her to the doctor's a couple of days ago, and the insurance, the doctor had to call my wife because they said my insurance, was terminated again, and so I had to call the union again and see, what's going on, because I went up there a month ago to fix the problem and everything, to take the money out my check and everything. But I found out that last time I went, they took the money out of my check for May, but they didn't take the money out of my check for the premium on my check for April as well, because since I was off for 2 months for May and April, so I had to call. I fixed it up. You know, they called and they update me again. So now, you know, I got my insurance back and everything. They can continue to take my money off my check and everything. So that's being said, with my situation, his situation, you gotta make sure you double check when it comes to stuff like this, insurance, driver's suspended license, misdemeanors, all that type of things. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you know, either you go to jail, or my situation, I probably would have known that, you know, I probably had no insurance. And I probably would have been out of, well, I would have been out of luck, but if I went to the doctor's office and said, terminate, I probably didn't get the help that I need, or some type of emergency, not just for myself, for my daughter, and also for my wife as well. So that being said, make sure you double check on everything, so you always will be up to date.
Yeah, but like I say, it's very important you guys make sure you double check everything, especially as a man. Because hell, if you owe back child support and you don't double check, get stopped, you never know they have a warrant out for your arrest. And like Sophia Grace said, Florida, they don't play. Don't play with Florida. I'm telling you, Florida is one of the strictest when it comes to that. They do not play with that.
Hey, Sophia Grace, you remember that song, Do the Janet Reno?
Do the Janet Reno?
Do the Janet Reno.